Hello, truth seekers, and welcome back to Life, Liberty, and Hines with Brian Hines, your host. You're looking at me, Brian Hines. Yep. And this week, a couple little things are different. We're going to be on multiple outlets, YouTube, and you said TikTok. Yeah. We're out there on a couple, reaching out to more people because the truth needs to be heard by everybody. As I've explained here a couple times, I'm just a patriot, an American, a concerned Democrat disliking American. And I don't have time or the funds to go investigate every one of these issues that I talk about on each podcast here. But if I think it's sort of important and I feel you people need to know about it, you might already know about it. And if you do, then I guess I'm just giving you my opinion. Why might my opinion matter? Well, if you liked Rush Limbaugh, I learned from him. I don't think I was Republican or Democrat or liberal or conservative before Trump really came along. But I learned, and then I started listening to Rush for a little while. I learned from him, and you know what? Here we are, which here is today. And today is the 9th of January, 2025. This is episode 99 of the podcast I mentioned earlier. And why are we here? We're here because everyone lies. I talk about that a lot here. Because our enemy, fake news, Democrats, Republicans, lying. We got, everyone lies. CNN lies. Mueller report lies. The Warren report lies. Know what the Warren report is? Warren report's pretty old. I ain't got time to explain everything here either. Just got a page full of stuff. And I hope you know what the Warren report is. But anyway, it was lies. Many lies about UFOs. And there's even lies about the calendar. And we didn't have Lisa this week, but you can go back and watch Lisa's show from last week, and she's gonna tell you about the lies that they've been telling us about the calendar. Yeah. So on, as I've said earlier, I'm on Truth Social, Instagram. Spend very little time on Instagram, but I'm on Instagram. And I'm now on Facebook. Yep. If I'm going to be on YouTube and TikTok and I don't know, maybe out there on Google somewhere. Google's like everything. I guess I am. Yeah. I go to Google to go to GCD to watch Lisa Bachke's podcast because I ain't watching myself. Why would I do that? I know what the show is. It's written down right here. I don't need to watch it. And anyway, you always sound different listening to yourself. And I personally don't like it. So anyway, as I said, I'm on Facebook now. Brian Hines. You know, if you type in Brian Hines and something that looks like this pops up, that's me. Anyway, as Lisa said last week, it's getting a little expensive around here, and I am sort of asking for money on PayPal, which I am at Brian Hines 919 and or Cash App $ Brian Hines 919 because it's getting a little expensive to run these shows. So expensive, we lost Lisa. But she also mentioned Yahoo displayed the 666 sign in 1990, and I connected Hussein Obama and Netanyahu. One of these here episodes, I believe it was episode 36. Satan worshippers, they're out there, they're all over, and you know what? They're not just hiding in basements doing stuff. Like, who knows who it is? No, they're world leaders doing this. It's crazy. But crazy is, crazy does. So, some of the stuff that I found for the week. Host of The View, Sonny Hostin's husband, is frauding insurance companies. Yeah, um, another liberal. I mean, I'm gonna assume that the host of The View, Sonny Hostin, her husband, I'm pretty sure is not a Republican and or conservative. So, Democrat, a liberal, frauding something. That's not even really news. We just found out a particular name to put on it now. And you know what? Seems like we've been getting a lot of names. I just seen something right there. It might pop back up in here throughout the show. But I just seen something that another liberal just got busted for something they've been doing, of course, for years. Like this. The frauding insurance companies. I believe most of this stuff I had found on Truth Social. So, I mean, I don't write details down here because I got a lot of stuff to cover. And if you think that's pretty funny and you want to read up about it, it's easy to find. You got the computer, you're already on it. Watch me. So, Sonny Hospin, The View, employee, host, whatever, is cheating the insurance companies. You don't say. I think it was maybe Tuesday. Doesn't really matter what day, but it was earlier this week. And it was a big deal. I'm not really sure if it's a big deal anymore because so many things are happening every day, every hour. But Dana White, like from MMA fighting and stuff, Trump's friend. Well, it appears to be Trump's friend because they like hang out at those fights and stuff. And whatever. It's my assumption that these two people are friends. But if I'm hoping none of my viewers, you people out there, I'm hoping none of you people thought that Zuckerberg woke up and was like, bright and early in the morning. Yeah, I wonder what I'm going to do today. Um, I'm going to make a job position and I'm going to hire one of Trump's friends. Yeah, a tough guy. Dana White, what I'll do. You think Zuckerberg woke up and done that? I don't. That's crazy. But if Zuckerberg, because we all know that like these people are starting to look different. Like Creepy Joe, he went from I think it was a detached earlobe to an attached earlobe. Some things you just can't hide with those stupid masks. But maybe they're trying not to hide everything with masks. See who they wake up first. Let people wake up on their own if they can. How many people, citizens, pay attention to know what's going on. But anyway, sit-ins. I think they call them central casting. But if Zuckerberg is already central casting, then of course this person might hire Dan White to do what? Because not only did Zuckerberg hire Trump's friend, Dan, no, not only did that happen, but he hired him to fix the fact checking problem. And I'm pretty sure Zuckerberg I know, not personally or anything. Yeah, I don't know him personally. I don't want to know him personally. But the Zuckerberg I know, I don't think he had a problem with his fact checking department. But all of a sudden, he does. I mean, that's good for all of us. It means more people are going to wake up. Because you don't need to be fact checking facts and calling them misinformation. How about you just let people talk? I see there, being I'm on that Facebook now, finally. They are kind of annoying, but they have this, if you post a comment or something, and because I post comments, and they don't always like my comments. It like AI has a little message there. AI says most people are talking about this, messaging, commenting about this. Yeah, mine's a little different problem. They don't really like it. But anyway, I must have posted some kind of comment over there on Truth Social because they deleted one of my accounts. But whatever. I still have one, and I don't really watch what I say. Just got to see who you talk to. I think it was all about who I was conversing with. Didn't like what I said. Maybe that person was a little high on the ladder and stuff, you know? Anyway, Truth Social. Got banned. That's funny. If I'm going to get banned on Truth Social, I might as well go to Facebook. Especially now that Facebook hired Dana White. Right? We'll move on to Judicial Watch first. Judicial Watch. Mention them here quite often. They do phenomenal work. And that's why I mention them again. And they forced Fannie Willis to admit she colluded with January 6th committee to get Trump. Yep. The whole January 6th. Because it seems like they don't want to talk about a particular part of January 6th anymore. They don't want to talk about the Trump told the people to go ride or whatever. It's like they dropped that lie because that's what it was. So they dropped that lie and they try to avoid it, and which is why they ended up destroying evidence that their January 6th committee. So anything that could have proved Trump was innocent and didn't, tell these people to go riot and whatever, get escorted through the Capitol by the security or whatever, other than a few of them that were killed by cops there on the scene, you know, people with no weapons and stuff. But anyway, Judicial Watch got Fannie Willis through filing, you know, some paperwork in the court, got Fannie Willis to admit she colluded with January 6th committee. And we know how corrupt the January 6th committee is. So, It's just one more piece of evidence proving it was all a witch hunt, as President Trump said all along. But we all knew that. They just keep finding all these pieces of evidence because there's still a lot of confused people out there. Almost stupid. But anyway, fake news is slowly dying. A little bit quicker now. In 2014, Cliven Bundy fought the government and won in 2018 because they were trying to steal his cows. It's something about his cows were on possibly the government's land or somebody else's land, whatever. And Bundy and some of his neighbors got together and they grabbed their Second Amendment, and not the paper version. No. They grabbed the real Second Amendment and they went out there and they held off the government officials. I think it was FBI or something. Whatever, scumbag government officials come out there trying to steal his cow. Well, 4 years later, after defending his cows with his buddies, using his constitution in his favor, 4 years later he goes to court and proves that the government did wrong, violating his constitutional rights. What the government does pretty much every day to hundreds of people, probably hundreds of people in each state. Well, there are some small states with little population, but easily hundreds per state. If you even it up a little bit. Gotta throw some numbers around. But the government is definitely harming lots of people every day. And those people won. Cliven Bundy. It's a good story. He fought the government and he won. We got 250,000 young girls as low as 9 were gang raped by Muslims because of worthless politicians and even worse, worthless police in the United Kingdom. Yeah, it's a major problem over there because they allowed illegal immigrants, like a whole bunch of Muslim illegal immigrants into the country, which is a dumb idea. And then they were out there making victims of females that they found, and apparently they were gang raping, and the police weren't doing anything about it. The government weren't doing anything about it. The news, media, fake news ain't just here. Fake news over there in the UK was hiding this crime. And they have a major illegal or legal, they just have a major immigrant problem over there. Like, there's a word, try to use it frequently here, because it's a word that needs to be used. Assimilate. Assimilate means a lot of things. Like in history, people change your names to assimilate. You definitely are going to be changing your language. I mean, you speak whatever language you want in your house, but out in public, in America, to assimilate, you speak English. It's what you do. Like, if an American goes to a foreign country on vacation, see, when we go on vacation, then we come back home. No. These people that keep coming here, it ain't a vacation that you see every day. They're not vacations. No. They like live here, they might work here, or they're taken from the system from here. Because I mean, I've seen a lot of stuff that it ain't in my show, but I've seen a lot of stuff that the Social Security is possibly broke. You probably all seen it here and there. You might know more about it than I do, but I've seen it often enough that I believe it. Then I just brought it up in what I was already talking about, which I need to get back to, which was the UK and major crime and their worthless law enforcement, just like ours here. And I think I talked about it a little bit a week or two ago. Our worthless law enforcement here doesn't know how to take his coat off and put a woman out that's on fire. That's crazy. So they have worthless police over there too that aren't doing anything about these Muslims raping females over in the United Kingdom, just because their worthless politicians allowed them all in, which led to assimilation, which led to the last thing let's talk about. We gotta move on. Oh yeah, we gotta move on. I still got something from 2 weeks ago. We might get to that. The Mexican president. This is pretty funny. The Mexican president recanted her words and will accept illegal immigrants back into a country, no matter where they came from. Because if they came into our country from your country, Mexico, then that's where they came from. So, yeah, you take them back, and we don't care what you do with them. See, it's easy for Mexican president to get rid of them. You just like, fill up a busload of them, drive them out into the desert, and run out of gas. That's all you gotta do. They'll all leave and not come back ever. Go lever to the other gas tank, and you drive back, and you get another load. It's a nifty little trick. Because as long as you're far enough out in the desert, because it's pretty hot down there. As long as you're far enough out in the desert, yeah, they ain't making it out. Even here in the States, but Mexico will take them back. Because first that Mexican, she said, "We ain't taking them. No, no." Yeah, yeah. She found out. We're gonna keep moving on. If President Trump gets sentenced by Merchan, I heard them say his name, Merchan. Yeah, Merchant. If President Trump gets sentenced by Merchant, then he can finally file an appeal. Matter of fact, I should have seen that. I should have checked this out before. But anyway, I didn't think sentencing was going to happen. I don't know if it did. Didn't see anything about it on their social stuff while before I got here. So I didn't think they were going to do it just because Rashawn doesn't want Trump to be able to file an appeal to prove how corrupt he was, and always has been. It'll blow up their little secret that judges are corrupt. Well, I just did. Darn. And he should have recused himself early on, by the way. And we keep moving. I might be able to get to that 2 week ago thing. Classified document, witch hunt is over. Yeah, classified, another one of them cases. We had Fannie Willis up here. She's admitting to being a scumbag. And then we got Merchant here. He's probably not sentencing anybody because he doesn't want anybody to know he's a scumbag. And then down here, we got The classified documents case, the other witch hunt against President Trump, is over because Jack Smith, he's a traitor, and he done filed some paperwork to try to get his name removed or something. Like I said, these stories I reposted somewhere. Could have been Getter, because that's what that one is. We'll get to that. Check that out. We're gonna get to that. But yeah, Jack Smith, he's a traitor. He's not a judge. He's a DA. Yeah. Like Bragg. I just posted a comment that because it was about somebody else that I don't have listed here, but because I like listing these law enforcement justice system scumbags. I like listing them here. Good thing to keep mentioning. If you can't trust those people, then are the people in jail really guilty? You can't have innocent people in jail because the system is filled with criminals. It's ass backwards, I seen it. Anyway, keep moving. Greenlanders want President Trump to take control of their country. Yeah, that was just scribble stuff, not like a headline or something. But I seen a couple different short clips of a couple different people because President Trump went to Greenland recently. If you don't already know that, but I believe y'all know that, so that's why I don't really tell that kind of news here. But looks like some people there in Greenland would really like to have President Trump as their president. Brought up Canada because it doesn't seem something about Canada, the 51st state. I don't know if that's going to happen, but it's worth looking in, checking out. And you never know. Greenland, maybe number 52. We got to figure out something. I mean, the stars back there. We have to figure out like a new pattern or something, which we had this one for a while, but in all reality, not that long at all. America is still pretty young. I got to get back to it, but redesign that a little bit. 52. I don't know. I'm not an artist. I'm a podcaster. See? Anyway, we got to keep moving. Rand Paul released $1 trillion of wasteful spending report. $1 trillion. Wasteful spending report. You know how long it took him to do that $1 trillion? 1 year. And it looks like Rand Paul, the patriot that he is, he had done, this is his 10th annual wasteful spending report. It just happened that this particular one, he came up with $1 trillion. $1 trillion, that's a lot of money. That could help probably like all of our veterans. But the government likes wasteful spending, which we call it money laundering. They know exactly where they're spending their money, and they know exactly where it's bouncing back into their accounts from. Through, you know, they've been doing this shit a long time, cheating, stealing, and making our money worthless. Which, if the new Nasara Jasara is true, we in pretty good shape because the stuff we got right now is almost toilet paper. But it's that time. I gotta go, and I hope you enjoyed the show wherever you're at. Goodbye.